Oh, lovely Dallas. If you ever happen to be in the Dallas area and would like to explore, in today's video, I will be highlighting the most unique places to visit in Dallas. Number 1. The 6th floor museum at Dealey Plaza. Forever etched in infamy, the former Texas School Book Depository at the intersection of Houston and Elm Street in Dallas is now home to a museum dedicated to remembering one of the nation's most tragic and defining moments, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Visitors to the museum are first introduced to the historical context with the multimedia exhibits that describe the political climate of the early 1960s, and then go on to highlight President Kennedy's trip to Texas in November 1963 and the last days of his life. Just past here, you will see the sniper's perch in the corner window from which Oswald took the deadly shots, recreated to match the original photos from the crime scene. The remaining exhibits walk you through the tense hours following the shooting. These include recollections of the state of shock that enveloped the nation and the world, the investigations that followed, and JFK's legacy. Exhibits also include historical artifacts like a replica of the Mannlicher Carcano rifle found at the crime scene, the scale model of Dealey Plaza used by FBI agents during the investigation, forensic evidence, and items such as Lee Harvey Oswald's wedding ring and Jack Ruby's hat. Number 2. Frontiers of Flight Museum. The Frontiers of Flight Museum is home to more than 30 aircraft and has extensive exhibits that display the journey from the roots of aviation from Leonardo da Vinci through modern space exploration. The museum's impressive collection includes a full-size model of the Wright Flyer artifacts from the Hindenburg, as well as numerous World War I and World War II aircraft and artifacts. Vintage aircraft on display include a fully restored Stearman PT-17 cadet biplane and the Apollo 7 spacecraft. On display at the museum's Love Field location, the Braniff Gallery and Virgin America exhibit highlight the history of commercial aviation. Number 3. The Nasher Sculpture Center. Opened in 2003, the National Sculpture Center has a collection of modern and contemporary sculptures and contains exhibits exploring the history of the art of sculpture. Located in the heart of the Dallas Art District and just steps away from the Dallas Museum of Art, it also features a number of large outdoor sculptures on display throughout the tree-lined grounds. Highlight of its interior exhibits include pieces by Edgar Degas, Henri Matisse, Pablo Picasso, Max Ernst, and Andy Warhol. The museum and sculpture park also regularly host events, including lectures and concerts. Number 4. John F. Kennedy Memorial. Located just a few blocks away from the Dealey Plaza, across from the city courthouse, stands the John F. Kennedy Memorial. This imposing yet understated monument to President Kennedy was designed by renowned architect Philip Johnson, and its construction was completed in 1970 after years of controversy. Resembling a cenotaph, the open tomb concept was designed by Johnson to represent what he saw as Kennedy's free spirit. Standing some 30 feet tall and 50 feet wide, and made from large marble slabs, it's certainly an impressive sight. Be sure to read the 2 epitaphs located at the entrances to the monument. They contain a thought-provoking remembrance of the president. Number 5. African American Museum. Founded in 1974, the African American Museum has a variety of displays of African American artistic, cultural, and historical materials. Full of references to traditional African motifs and cultural icons, the museum's collection includes numerous pieces of artwork along with the library and historical archive. Educational and entertainment programs are also hosted in the on-site theater. Another important attraction is the Dallas Holocaust and Human Rights Museum with its moving displays, such as an actual boxcar used to transport Jews during World War II. Also featured are a number of memorials, including the names of family members lost to survivors who had settled in Dallas. Number 6. Dallas Cattle Drive Sculptures at Pioneer Plaza. Pioneer Park, maintained by the adjacent Dallas Convention Center, is designed to resemble a section of the Shawnee Trail, a major Texas cattle drive route in the 19th century. It is a beautiful large green space in Dallas's central business district that's fun to wander, and even features a stream that falls over limestone cliffs. But its most remarkable feature are the 49 larger-than-life bronze sculptures of Texas Longhorn cattle that are being herded through the park and across the creek by 3 mounted cowboys. Designed by artist Robert Summers, the park is landscaped to reproduce the scene of the iconic industry that defined early Texas. Number 7. Perot Museum of Nature and Science. Housed in a massive architectural masterpiece designed by Thom Mayne, the Perot Museum of Nature and Science is a top Dallas attraction for families and curious tourists. The building itself was designed with sustainability as a foremost goal. Innovative, eco-friendly design features include summer water conservation, with the use of recaptured condensation from air conditioners and drip irrigation, the use of recycled and locally sourced building materials, and solar-powered water heaters. The museum is divided into thematic areas with interactive educational stations, games, and high-tech displays. These themes include engineering and innovation, energy, evolution, earth sciences, and more. It also features a 3D theater, the Moody Family Children's Museum and Playground, and a 54-foot escalator that overlooks the property from within a glass enclosure. Number 8. Bishop Arts District. If you're looking for things to do, the Bishop Arts District in Dallas's North Oak Cliff neighborhood has nearly endless possibilities for shopping, dining, and entertainment. It features more than 60 independently owned and operated businesses. Here, you will find chic boutiques, art galleries, restaurants, and cozy coffee shops in an inviting small-town atmosphere. Among the unique purveyors are specialty shops that cater to male clientele, like the Quirky, Mantiques, several women's vintage clothing boutiques, and a myriad of shops that carry items made by local artists and designers. A place with such a strong sense of community, the neighborhood often hosts family-friendly street festivals and public entertainment. Number 9. The Dallas Arboretum and Botanical Garden. Located just minutes from downtown Dallas, the Dallas Arboretum and Botanical Garden sits on 66 acres along the southeast shore of White Rock Lake. The property's 14 world-famous displays showcase seasonal flowers, ornamental shrubs, trees, and plant collections. The gardens also host seasonal outdoor festivals, concerts, art shows, and educational programs, and guided tours of the property are available. Although conceived in the early 1930s, the splendid tourist attraction didn't become a reality until 1984, when the park was laid out to the grounds of a mansion built in 1939. Adding to the fun are the exquisite sculptures and fountains in areas with names like Toad's Corner, Texas Town, and Pecan Grove. Number 10. Reunion Tower. While not the tallest building in Dallas, the Reunion Tower is undoubtedly the most distinguished and most recognizable. Completed in 1978 and appearing as a geodesic ball perched atop 5 cylindrical concrete poles, its 560-foot length is spectacularly lit up at night, emphasizing its unique outline. After renovations in 2011, the Reunion Tower now boasts a revolving restaurant with 360-degree views over Dallas. Other highlights include the Geo Deck observation level, home to an informative interactive display providing details about the building and notable landmarks. Number 11. Dallas Museum of Art. The Dallas Museum of Art has been a long-standing institution in the city since it opened in 1903. One of the 10 largest museums in the United States, it has a collection of more than 24,000 works from the Americas and around the globe, including everything from the ancient artifacts to contemporary art. Highlights from the collection include classical art and artifacts from ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, paintings by Claude Monet in the European Art Gallery, and several contemporary pieces by Jackson Pollock. In addition to the permanent collections, temporary exhibits highlight the work of prominent artists, explore thematic topics, and display historic collections. Number 12. The Cavanaugh Flight Museum. Another excellent aviation museum to visit is the Cavanaugh Flight Museum. Located in Addison, just north of Dallas, the museum's impressive collection of vintage aircraft are kept in a massive hangar, along with numerous accompanying artifacts and exhibits. Museum highlights include displays of aircraft dating back to World War I, as well as related artifacts and artwork. A star of the museum is a rare B-29 Super Fortress nicknamed Fifi, a vintage World War II bomber that's currently being restored. For a truly memorable visit, splash out on one of the museum's amazing flight experiences aboard a vintage warplane. The museum's annual air show, held each May, is also well worth attending. Number 13. Dallas Zoo. The Dallas Zoo is a 106-acre park housing more than 2,000 exotic animals from 406 species in a variety of different habitats. Always popular with families, This fun attraction, just 3 miles away from the city center, was established in 1888, making it one of the oldest zoos in the United States. Focusing on our two major regions, Zoo North and the wilds of Africa, the zoo includes highlights such as Giants of the Savannah, the Otter Outpost, the excellent wildlife amphitheater with its displays of birds in flight, and the endangered tiger habitat with its forest-like setting. The newly refurbished Wilds of Africa Adventure Safari monorail takes park visitors on a journey through the Great Rift Valley and habitats of African countries like Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania. Number 14. Dallas World Aquarium. Conveniently located within easy walking distance of the city's historic downtown core, Dallas World Aquarium is a fun and educational excursion for young and old alike. Housed in some 87,000 gallons of salt water are a vast array of sea life including bonnethead sharks, stingrays, jellyfish, sea turtles, giant groupers, and rare leafy sea dragons, all living in natural reef settings. A fun highlight is the Orinoco Rainforest exhibit. This fun attraction comes complete with numerous free-flying birds, such as toucans along with tree sloths and aquatic species, such as Orinoco crocodiles and poison dart frogs. Be sure to check the feeding schedule before arrival for a chance to see the animals at their most animated, as well as for details for upcoming talks and lectures.